Buenos dias all, RGT85 here. Yes, you're getting two videos today because I ended up doing my errands that I had to do today early. We talked about The Last of Us Part 1 situation in today's earlier video. If you did not check out that video, make sure you guys go check it out. Kind of a polarizing topic for a lot of people, but something that needs to be discussed because things look a little bit spooky with that game. I'm just saying. But we also have two other big stories that I definitely want to talk about today. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share, hit that bell notification as well. And without any further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the world of video games. And this has pretty much been the year of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Men in their 30s everywhere, and 40s everywhere, have been ecstatic with the output of Ninja Turtle stuff that we have gotten. No longer having to worry about, is this going to be a quality product? Because it looks like they finally realized, hey, you know, old men like to buy stuff from their childhood so they can feel like a kid again. But of course, Shredder's Revenge is honestly still one of my Game of the Year candidates. I know some people think that's a crazy thing to say, but when I'm thinking about like the bang for my buck, like that game has given me the most enjoyment. It looks great. It plays great. I'm in love with that game. So I definitely think, while it might not be the best game of the year, it's definitely worth talking about. Like if you're talking about the top 5 or 10 games of the year. But of course, now everyone was looking at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection, which consists of a whole hell of a lot of games. We've got Turtles 1, Turtles in Time from the arcade, both of those being arcade. You have Ninja Turtles 1, you have Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, which is an underrated game. TMNT 3, the Manhattan Project, Turtles in Time, Super Nintendo, Hyperstone Heist for the Sega Genesis, Fall of the Foot Clan for the Game Boy, Back from the Sewers for the Game Boy, Radical Rescue for the Game Boy, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for the NES, Super NES, and Sega Genesis. My friends, that's a lot of games. And you know what? Most of those games are of high quality. You could say that the first Turtles game stunk on the NES, and I wouldn't disagree with you, but they've done improvements to it. So like, this is a great compilation. It comes with a bunch of like extra crap, and I like extra crap in my video games, like concept art stuff, like the whole museum function of the game. There's online and local co-op for some of the games on it, like TMNT or TMNT 2, the arcade game, TMNT, the Manhattan Project, and Turtles in Time. There's just a bunch of stuff here. All right, it's a bunch of stuff here, but now we have the release date for the game. And that is where things get very exciting because we don't have to wait very long. The release date is finally coming. It's coming next month on August 30th for all platforms: PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and of course the Nintendo Switch. And I'm ecstatic. Look, like, I don't understand. We have this mentality as gamers where it's like, oh, they're just rehashing stuff. Who gives a shit? All right, if a game is good, well, what does it matter if they're putting it in a compilation with a bunch of other games? Some of these games you've never even played. 2 of those Game Boy games I have never played. Okay, so these are going to be new experiences for me. You have borders, you have a museum feature with never before seen concept art for some of these games. And it's just like, how can you not be excited for this? Like, if you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, we're eating good this year. And it looks like the good eats are going to be continuing to come at the end of August of this, year. So I'm ecstatic for it. I think this is going to be so awesome. I love how there's different versions of the games because, yeah, Turtles 1 on the NES stunk. Okay, it wasn't a good game. But they've actually done things like fix the frame rate a little bit and fix the graphics flicker in that game, maybe to potentially make it a better version of that game because, we played it as kids because it was Ninja Turtles. But did we like it? Did we have fun with all this flicker on the screen and a bunch of shit that didn't really make sense and, cryptic stuff and the whole underwater section? Like, no, but we learned to love it. We learned to love it. And so I don't know, I'm just kind of gushing and just rambling about this, but I'm super excited. August 30th, this is a day one purchase for me. I'll try to get an early review copy. If I don't care. I don't care. I'll play this game on multiple platforms. I'll buy physical versions on multiple platforms, maybe even collector's editions, because why the hell not? All right, these are collector's editions, worthwhile. Cowabunga, dudes. Finally, leakier than a YouTuber's basement, we have a huge leak going on right now for Nintendo Switch owners with Nintendo's next big game. That, of course, being Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, this game comes out next week. We've seen a lot from it. They just did a new updated like 8-minute in-depth trailer with the game. I think it looks really good. Okay, I think it looks really good. I'm very curious to see how the game performs in handheld mode. That's where Xenoblade Chronicles 2 definitely took a big hit, but I think the game looks really cool. You know, I like how it's sort of a return to a more realistic art style, more so than Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had, which I just felt was a little bit more anime. I think it looks great. I think it's going to be an awesome game for fans of Xenoblade Chronicles, for fans of JRPGs, and I will check it out eventually. Maybe not on day one, but who knows, maybe I will. But this game, like a lot of Nintendo games, has actually leaked early. There's been lots of spoilers being posted online. There's even someone selling the game on eBay right now for $70, where I guess the mentality is if you buy it right now, you might get it shipped, and to the point of where it's like comes to you a day or two beforehand. And let me just tell you, Nintendo don't mess around, my brother. Nintendo does not mess around. It seems like they don't care about systems. It seems like they don't care if a system gets out there in the wild. But if a game gets out there in the wild and people are talking about it, people are sharing images for it, they do not play. Those Nintendo ninjas are real. They will email you. They will, threaten you a little bit. Trust me, I've been there. I understand it. It is what it is. It's whatever. But it's definitely sort of the duality of man. We want these games early. We want to be able to be the first people that play these games, but there are consequences and there are risks that go along with it. I think one of the things that a lot of people wonder is, well, how do these games actually leak early? Like, what are you robbing a truck? Like, this is the Nintendo truck. It says Xenoblade Chronicles 3 on the side of it, so you heist it. And it's like, no. Usually what ends up happening is a mom and pop shop may get their copies in early. It's not like the games show up at your business on the day that the game comes out. Of course, they come in a little bit early. They are street dated to where you can't sell them early. You can only sell them at that date. Many major retailers have locks on it as well. So even if the product gets out on the shelf, like if you go to a Walmart and you see a game that's out early there, all because it's out early there doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to get your hands on it. You might take that game up to the register and then the register locks it out because it has a street day. But a mom and pop shop, obviously they don't follow the same rules. So, there's sort of an honor system and things like that. That's how I got Metroid Dread early. I bought it from a small shop, paid a little bit of a premium price, and then I followed the rules, but that's a story for another day. So that's sort of how things like this happen. It is kind of a shame because, with my Metroid Dread video, I didn't spoil anything. If you looked at the review embargo details for that game, I actually went right along with them. I didn't do anything that Nintendo said that you could not do in your reviews of the game, but the most people who get this game just want to spoil it. They want to put things out there. They want to put the information out there, show you gameplay mechanics, show you things that you're not supposed to see quite yet with it. And it definitely does kind of hamper the experience for some people. I think this is a game, unlike The Last of Us 1 or Part 1, we've seen enough of this to, decide whether or not this is a game for you, to decide whether or not this is a game you would be interested in. So, be careful. Be careful online. Unfortunately, we have a leak culture. We have a spoiler culture where everyone wants to do shit like that. And, I kind of understand it, but at the same time, it's kind of like, be respectful, man. Be respectful of other people. If it's a week or two after the game comes out, that's a different story. But if we're talking about a week before the game comes out, then it's just a little bit, there's obviously malintent behind it. So don't be a dick. Don't be a dick and spoil it for people. If you got an early copy, enjoy it. But be careful, because Nintendo might show up at your door, waving the 4-4. Alrighty, so that's going to do it for today's other video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know what you think of everything in the comment section down below. On a scale of 1 to 100, how excited are you for TMNT Cowabunga Collection? Because I'm at like 1,000. Like this is the next game like I'm really excited for. It's just a compilation of old games. I don't give a shit. I'm an old man. And Xenoblade Chronicles 3 spoilers. Have you seen anyone with an early copy? Have you seen any spoilers? Are you a spoiler if you're yourself and you got the game early and you're spoiling it? If so, shame on you. Shame on you. Be nice. Don't be a dick. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit that bell notification as well. I love you guys. That's why I decided to do 2 videos today. Lots of stuff to talk about. It's fun. Woohoo! Woohoo! Does anyone watch to the end of this? If you watch to the end of this, we're going to do a secret code in there. The chicken flies at midnight. Say the chicken flies at midnight in the comment section down below. And that's how I'll know you're a real OG. You're a real one who watches the videos all the way through. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.